So first we looked at creating this header and the objective, and we also looked at the rating system. In our last lesson, or last video, we looked at the note taking, doing the Cornell method here, and using this side for student reflection, student ideas, as well as doodling. Even if they're drawing stick figures, a lot of times brain science has shown that they're using that to really open their ears up. Um, so doodling can also be pretty awesome for students when they're trying to recover some of that information. Sometimes we know it can just be doodling, so it's a fine line. We make sure that our students don't abuse that. Um, I want to take a look at, I've taught my beautiful lesson. So we go back to our objective. We've taken our notes, we've taken our lesson. We've reflected at the beginning of the lesson, really didn't know about converting units of volume, and we're inside of our maple space. So we're discussing gallons, quarts, pints, half pints. We can break down the cups too, but we really don't sell cups in the maple industry, but we can go to ounces, big money there. So we taught our lesson. The next step is to have our students reflect on this objective, converting units of volume. And all we're going to do here at the very bottom is we're going to have our students, in their words, just write a quick little summary of what they learned. If they have a couple pages of notes, they don't have to put this bottom section. They can keep their notes going, and then I can go to the next page and keep it going on until I get to the end of the lesson. Then I reflect. So students might say, I learned that there are multiple measurements for volume, and that there's a process converting, and the process is there are 4 quarts in a gallon, 2 pints in a quart, 1/2 or 2 half pints in a pint. Or we can, maybe they write about, I've learned that I can make more money selling the gallons, or if I sell by the quart or a pint, comparing a gallon at $40 to a gallon worth of pints, I'm going to make more money overall. So it's just a quick overview of what they learned, focus on the objective, and then we want to have our students reflect. So at the very beginning, we had our students reflect about the objective. We want to come back to the subjective as well as their written reflection here and re-rate themselves. So maybe I am a 2, which means that, hey, I can do some of this conversion, but I'm probably going to make some mistakes. A 3 would be, I'm going to make no mistakes, but I couldn't really teach my buddy who's absent today about it. 4 would be, hey, you can depend on me. Sam in the back is absent today, feeling a little sick. And so when he comes back or she comes back to school, you can trust on me to get them caught up from my notes. So that's what that reflection piece is. Now, when your students first start this process, whatever objective you throw out there most of the time at the beginning of the year, at the very beginning, they're going to say they're a 4. And I might make some students, because if they say they can teach, I might call a student out and say, all right, you said you could teach. Let's teach this lesson. Here's your objective. And they quickly take an appreciation of the process of education, that it's just not, a teacher up there spouting words, but that there's a lot of thought to it. So you'll see them start to be quite honest on these reflections. And we want them to be. We talk about, it's okay not to know things. It's okay not to be good at everything. That's the whole part of life, is learning and experience. We're taking this to a personal level. We want to be honest with ourselves. So maybe I'm not good at something. That's okay. But through knowledge, gaining knowledge, and through work, I can improve. And I can improve to a point where I can help others and work with others. So we always want our students reflecting, and once they get honest about this, we can apply this to everything. That we might be walking down the hallway, and talking about, somebody brings up a conversation on NASCAR, and maybe in just a generic conversation, we might say, "Hey, how many people follow NASCAR, and what's your interest?" And we can reflect on that. Or it could be something as serious as cell anatomy or other things like that. So really, this is the idea of reflecting, and that we're lifelong learners to be able to use this reflection piece. So we've written our objective, our students wrote their objective, and then on the back of the paper, we use this, and we might write our formula for conversion. 1 gallon equals 4 quarts, which 4 quarts equals 8 pints, and so on. 8 pints is 16 half pints. Or they might draw a picture to start generating ideas. Maybe we go into a marketing lesson, how to start applying some marketing concepts to Maple. So this backside is where we're going to keep our information, and maybe for homework we're doing math journal, page 104, problems 2 through 24. So they can flip back to this page. They have their formulas here. They have anything that they need here, and they'll have their notes with the objective here. So this is a very basic method. We apply this to everything we do in the classroom. Even if it's a pre-made, we can pull out this reflection piece. Whenever we're working in our different agricultural spaces, or any of our maker spaces or labs or things like that, where we always have students keeping journal. We have students keeping just life journals and just reflecting on things. So there might be something in pop culture that comes out, and we might do a little quick writing assessment about that. That can even apply in high school ELA, maybe Shakespeare and Me, the experience of Othello in the modern world. You can use the same note-taking method. So if y'all have any questions, feel free to reach out. This is just a quick little resource that we use within my classroom, and hopefully that will help you all out. And y'all have a great day. Bye now.